Hi, and welcome to Solo Hiking Tips, how to go hiking by yourself. My name's Maddie, and I am an avid outdoorist, but I don't have anyone in my life that can just drop everything and go explore with me, so I end up going alone a lot of times. And today I want to share with you how you can do that too. When you think about it, there's so many things in life that when you did it the first time it was scary, but the more and more you did it, the easier it got. Such as using a stove to cook or driving a car. I really think that hiking is just the same. You just gotta ease yourself in and keep going, and it gets better and better. First, let's talk about practical safety tips for staying safe on the trail. When you're with someone, you kind of share the responsibility of taking care of each other, but when it's just you gotta be ready for anything. First, there are 3 things to do before any outdoor excursion, not necessarily just when you go alone, but if you're going alone for the first time and you want to be extra safe, make sure you do these. Plan your hike and hike your plan, meaning that you know where you're going, you know everything about it, what to do, and then when you go out there, you follow through on those plans instead of changing your mind once you get there and maybe you aren't as prepared on that trail you didn't plan for. Next, you also want to check the weather and plan accordingly. Lastly, you want to tell someone trustworthy where you're going and when you'll be back, and then after your hike, follow up with them. Don't just leave them in the dark. They'll get very scared. Next, bring the 10 essentials. This is a list of things that experts say could help improve your chance of survival. Odds are you're probably not going to use all of them, but always be prepared, right? So, the 10 essentials, the lists vary a little bit according to where you look up. I found this list from rei.com, and they say you need to bring navigation, illumination, meaning a headlamp would probably be best, but you could also do a flashlight or whatnot, sun protection, first aid kit, knife, not necessarily as a weapon, but as a tool to, cut up little pieces of wood, cut food, cut moleskin if you get a blister. Also, you need to take a fire starter, meaning matches in a plastic bag, a lighter, flint and steel, an emergency shelter, extra food, extra water, and extra clothes. Also, make sure you're doing research on what kind of animals are in the area, what to do if you see them, and also any natural hazards that could come up, like an afternoon thunderstorm or like difficult terrain or something like that. The more prepared you are and the more knowledge base you have, the more safer you'll feel on the trail. So now that we talked about more practical ways to prepare physically, let's talk about the mental preparation. Because odds are you're going into the woods alone for the first time. You might be kind of nervous, of course. So how can you ease yourself into that, right? You can be pretty strategic about how to choose the trail that you hike alone for the first time. Maybe choose a shorter trail, an easy trail, a trail you've done before and know well. Maybe one with cell service, so if you really get in a bind, you can call someone for help. Also think about your comfort level around other people. Maybe if seeing other people would help you feel more comfortable because you could ask for help, go on a trail that's really popular on a weekend. And if really you'd rather not see anyone, then a less popular trail. Just get pumped to go by yourself. You're gonna have such a good time. It's gonna be really peaceful. For me, it feels like more of an immersion into nature to go by myself. You might be feeling nervous and excited, but try to lean into the excitement as much as you can. And a good way to get motivated for something is to watch another person do that thing and kind of picture yourself in the experience. A few months ago, I made a video on hiking White Sands National Park out in New Mexico, and that was so cool. You should watch that right now. Just click the video on your screen.